The big top here. Last week I was under the big top with the Hoxie Brothers Circus, riding an elephant. But this week I'm going to do it the easy way. I'm going to be up here, sort of tell us about some of the old-time days in radio. A lot of folks here dating way, way back, and I'm one of them. I date back, well, when I first started out in radio, this big mountain over here was just a tater hill. Look at it now. It's a full-grown mountain. And I'm Curly White, and I want to welcome everybody, and we'll have big time here. Yeah, give me a hand. That's all right if you want to. That'd be fine. We got a lot of music for you, and I know that's what you're here for. And let's open up festivities with an old ugly man over here and all of his boys. Here he is, Half Carter, Carter's Oats. Give him a hand, folks.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and I would like quickly to introduce my family. From Watauga, Tennessee, on the five-string banjo is my grandson, Mr. Rick Wynn. He's been playing 1 year. Give him a hand, ladies and gentlemen. From Hampton, Tennessee, is my youngest son, Curtis, on the Stella guitar, Mr. Curtis Carter from Hampton. My oldest son, Lonnie, on the five-string banjo, and ladies and gentlemen, Curly does date back a long time. When I was a little bitty boy, he was an old man on the radio then. And he's told the truth about that. I'm Alfred Carter from Hampton, and Curtis is going to sing Little Maggie. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Boys, if you'll take it off and go to Kid G, we'd like to do a little crackling hen. Right down there. Something else. All right, then go to what it's going to be. Go to B right quick. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's have a good hand for Carter's Oats. Ralph Carter, older than white thread. Talk about me being old. Well, sir, folks, I hope you enjoy the program we have for you tonight. We're going to try to keep it as close to schedule as we can, and we'll keep it moving along for you and hope you enjoy it and you visit and make it a habit to come and see us every year, and especially tomorrow and Sunday. We'll be here, too. All right, and another thing, too, we want to say that I think this is a great event. I see some of the old-timers back here that I remember many, many years ago. I know back in late 40s and the early 50s, I used to do radio shows, play the old guitar and sing on the radio, try to sing. And I imagine back then I was a pretty boy. I got a lot of cards and letters from folks, but don't get many of them anymore. Sometimes I get a lot of requests, but I sing them anyway. And I used to play the French harp and tell lies and all kinds of things. Sell headache medicine, stomach tonic, life insurance, and all that, all together. We got a lot of old boys coming out here next that started out many years ago. Especially one old man back here that plays the banjo, Ivan Powell. They used to call him Banjo Ivan, you might remember. And Barrel of Fun days back in 1936, I believe we started with the Barrel of Fun. And old Turtle Talbert back in those days was master of ceremonies for that show. And we had old Jimmy Sizemore over here. Let's see, Ivan Powell. That awful ugly Tom Slagle. And I don't know how Richard got in here. He's a professor out here at the university. Back then, we didn't have to go to college to learn how to pick. We just naturally come by. Well, we give the boys time to get all sawed up and ready here with their sound system, and we'll turn these boys loose. Now, here's a bunch of fellas that I want to introduce to you. I think I've told you most of them. Jimmy Sizemore, Tom Slagle, and I don't know who that fella is over there. Oh, yeah, that's old L.C. Smith. And Richard and Ivan Powell. And all the boys there, they got to get puckered just right and get the microphone set up. Virgil, are you sure you have your ticket? Let's see it again. That man, if anybody has a banana, give it to that monkey back there, will you? All right, boys, you ready? Here they are, ladies and gentlemen, the Dixie Dewdrops.
Here we go with a little bit of Cumberland Gap. Thank you so much. Really glad to be here at the 3rd annual Old Time Country Radio Reunion. I'm hoping for good weather tomorrow, but meanwhile we're glad to have all of you here with us tonight, and hopefully some more will be coming along. Let me tell you though, there's a lot of good music, so stay with us, hang in, and I know that you're going to enjoy yourselves. Curly has already introduced the band, and I'm kind of, as he said, a bit of a ringer amongst this gang. All the people you see here played together on one of the great shows in the history of country music here in the Tri-Cities, the old Barrel of Fun. And now I'd like to turn things over to the daddy of the Dewdrops. Make him welcome Pappy Tom Slagle. Give him a big hand, would you?
Thank you, Richard. We'd like to do an old-time song now, an old ballad about the railroad days. It's called John Henry Was a Steel Driving Man. Let's go, boys. You ready? Mentioned the fact that we didn't have a lot of people here tonight, but we got a pretty crowd here tonight. I'm telling you what's the truth. We got some of the finest looking people here and the smilingest people that I believe I've ever seen in an audience. Now we have a fella that come all the way from,
where did he come from?
He come from Baltimore, Maryland, down here just to be with us folks over the weekend. He's one of the old timers from the Barrel of Fun. We're very happy to introduce L.C. Smith. Let's give old L.C. a big hand. What do you say?
Thank you, and a big howdy to all you fine folks. A little cold today. I should have worn my overcoat. Good to see Richard, Banjo Ivan, Vestal Jackson, Tom Slagle, Jimmy Sizemore over here. Let's give them all a nice hand. These fellas just worked real hard. I see my good buddy Reese Shipper back there, and Mr. White, and George Simmerly, and Red Peterson. I mean, there's a lot of them here today. And I brought a young fella with me from Baltimore, plays steel guitar. Dave, can we see Dave back here? He's not an old timer, but let's give him a nice hand anyhow. He'll be playing the steel later on with us. And here's an old song all of us can get together, the Kid G. I played around and played around this old town long. Summer's almost gone, winter is coming on. I played around and played around this old town too long, and I feel like I gotta travel alone. Papa writes to Johnny, Johnny can't come home. Johnny can't come home. Well, Johnny can't come home. I played around and played around this old town too long, and I feel like I gotta travel alone. I played around and played around this old town too long. Summer's almost gone, yeah, winter's coming on. I played around and played around this old town too long, and I feel like I gotta travel along. Summer's almost gone, yes, winter's coming along. I played around and played around this old town alone, and I feel like I gotta travel on. Richard? Banjo Island. Let's give 'em a hand, folks. Warm it up. Hey, Poppy writes to Johnny. Johnny can't come home. Johnny can't come home. Well, Johnny can't come home. Poppy writes to Johnny. Johnny can't come home. 'Cause he laid on that chain gang too long. I played around and played around this old town too long. Summer's almost gone, yeah, winter's coming on. I played around and played around this old town too long, and I feel like I gotta travel alone. Dave? I played around and played around this old town too long. Summer's almost gone, yeah, winter's coming on. I played around and played around this old town too long, and I feel like I gotta travel on. Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate that. We thought we'd do one where everybody can join in on just a little bit. And right now we want to put to work a young feller who does a real nice job, Mr. Jimmy Sizemore. Let's have a nice hand for Jim, okay?
Wish I was raised up just a little bit. I'd like to do a song for you that we used to get a lot of requests for on the old Barrel of Fun show. This is an old Roy Acuff Oswald tune called The Great Speckled Bird. What a beautiful thought I am thinking concerning a great speckled bird. Remember her name is recorded on the pages of God's holy word. When he cometh descending from heaven, and he rides gloriously in his book, then I want to be one never fearing the face of my Savior's true love. Play one, Richard. Thank you.
Thank you.
Got a lot of stuff I need to tell you about. Ralph Mayo got an album of songs here, and Ralph has some great ones on here. The Black Mountain Blues, All My Good Times Are Past and Gone, and Home, Sweet Home Revisited, Mama Blues, and a whole bunch of others. And then L.C. Smith has a brand new record here. And I tell you what I do now, since Days of the Barrel of Fun, I kind of got international. I do a lot of work for the British Broadcasting Corporation in England now, and I sent some of these tunes to Europe and England, Ralph Mayo's, and those people like them. Spurners really eat this good old mountain music up, and that's what we're featuring on our programs in Europe. Just the plain old mountain music that we hear like tonight, and like we hear all throughout the years here and our festivals and everything. We got a lot of festivals. We want to tell you about a lot of other good things here too. The Horn in the West over at Boone, North Carolina. We'll be telling you about that a bit later. And want to tell you too, my friend, if you want a copy of this, you can see Ralph Mayo or his lovely woman down there, right down here, Miss Ralph, or you can see old ugly L.C. Smith, and he'll give you a copy of this, or sell you a copy of it. Can't give it to you. The proceeds go to widows and orphans, his wife and young'uns. All right. Now, I think we're ready to introduce to you a man that, well, I guess he needs no introduction. To me, he's become more or less a legend in his own time. He's a boy that has fiddled with some of the all-time greats. He began back many years ago, if you remember, on the old Farm and Fun time with Carter and Ralph Stanley, the Stanley brothers. Ralph has fiddled around all over this country, fiddled around with everything and everybody. And he's wound up with a group of his own called the Southern Mountain Boys. Let's make him welcome Fiddling Ralph Mayo, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. We appreciate that a whole lot.
Okay, we're really proud to be here with Mr. Ralph Mayo, one of the finest fiddle players, I guess, in the entire country. He's worked with, I guess, some of the best bands going, the Stanley Brothers, Mac Wiseman, yeah, Flat and Scruggs. I guess he's played there. He's about like Ralph Stanley. He's played around with everybody, I guess, at one time or other. And over here on the guitar, from Irwin, Tennessee, you got Mr. Tom Horton. Back here on the bass, from Fish Springs, I guess nobody knows where that's at. That's back in the sticks, way back. Got Mr. Bill Campbell. And back here, the best looking part of the band, this is my mother. No, this is Beverly Horton from Irwin, Tennessee. And I'm Rick Osborne from Elizabeth. And we're going to do you an old Hank Williams number now, one called The News Is Out.
That him now. 'Cause soon his head, like mine, will bow. He'll give his heart, but all in vain. And someday say, you win again. You have no heart, you have no shame. You take true love and give the blame. I guess that I should not complain. I love you still. You win again. I love you still. You win again.
Thank you. That's, I know these people appreciate that, and that's mighty fine singing, Beverly. Reminds me of an old boy we used to play some shows with. I guess a lot of you folks remember the man who wrote that song, Hank Williams. We used to work some shows with him off the Louisiana hayride back 1950, I guess it was. Hank wrote that song, and he wrote a lot of others too. We used to stop down in Alabama and talk to his father. He was a good man too. We'd like to move along here, and I'd like to tell you folks, any of you like to go to these festivals, a week from tomorrow, we'll be at McClure, Virginia with Ralph Stanley at his festival over there, along with Bill Monroe, and I don't know, you name them, they're over there just about it, I guess. I don't know who else is going to be there, but we'll be there, and Bill Monroe will be there, and Ralph Stanley, and a lot of others. So if you get a chance, come over. We're going to call on these boys and this good-looking girl up here and get them to do another one. Oh, Blue-Eyed Darling, I believe.
You're my sweet blue-eyed darling, and my love belongs to you. All I ask of you, my darling, you my darling, is love me good and be true. Days come and go, and I still love you, and I see your smiling face. Tell me, love, that you need me, and no one's gonna take my place. You're my sweet blue-eyed darling, and my love belongs to you. All I ask of you, my darling, you my darling, is love me good and be true. And today I need an answer, and I won't hear you say you don't belong to another. In my arms you're going to stay. You're my sweet blue-eyed darling, and my love belongs to you. All I ask of you, my darling, you my darling, is love me good and be true. My darling, love me good and be true. Okay, we got time enough for one more, I think.
Just one?
Just one. We're going to feature Bubblegum Bill Campbell on this one. We have to feature him on one.
Yeah, Bill's not
He don't have his bubble gum tonight. We'll let him do one called She Don't Hold and Kiss Me.
This will be our last one. We'd like to say we do have some albums here tonight, and we'd like to tell you too that this money goes for a good cause. It goes to the widows and the orphans. The old lady's a widow and I'm an orphan. So if y'all can stand them, we'll pick up one and take it home with you. Go, Bill.
Oh, she don't hold and kiss me like she did one time. I think my sweet baby's got leaving on her mind. The longer I hold her, the more I can tell my darling's not happy with me. The longer I know that I know her too well, the less love in her eyes I see. Oh, she don't hold and kiss me like she did one time. I think my sweet baby's got leaving on her mind. The stronger I hold her, the farther apart my darling is growing from me. The danger of my darling breaking my heart is fast moving in on me. Oh, she don't hold and kiss me like she did one time. I think my sweet baby's got leaving on her mind. I think my sweet baby's got leaving on her mind.
We'd like to thank you folks and tell you we'll be back tomorrow, off and on all day, and we'll see you tomorrow. We hope it's a little bit warmer.
Hello,
than it is
how are
tonight.
you?
And thank you very much. It's been fine.
Thank you, Ralph. That's Ralph Mayo and the boys. Give that Ralph Mayo a hand. Fine gentleman there. And really, here's a real good record now. It's got songs like Patty on the Turnpike and Mockingbird, Bonaparte's Retreat, and Mama's Blues, and Liza Lou, and All the Good Times Past and Gone, and a bunch of others. Boys, it takes a lot of talking to get some of these fellers lined up. Now, these fellers we got next are not the old-time radio people, but they play a lot of the old-time music, and I think they do one of the best jobs you ever heard. Now, I know it's going to be worth waiting for to get it lined up. I think one of the boys had to come from way back over here in the country somewhere. He lives so far back in the sticks he don't get hee-haw till Tuesday. He finally got here an hour and a half late. Back there's Mike Scott. He's awful ugly. Stand up, Mike, and let everybody see you. He's the banjo picker for Carl Story's Rambling Mountaineers. Right there he is. Okay, play the banjo for Carl Story. I thought Mike was going to mount to something, but now I can see he'll never mount to Hill of Beans. Wound up with old Carl Story. These boys make more racket back here than a dog fight and a sheep dipping. Please get one of these records. Poor Ralph needs the money. Ralph Mayo just been operated on, and said to Dr. Bill when he went in and come out, he said he asked the doctor what was the trouble, what was wrong with him. Doctor told him $5,000. So he's got to sell a batch of these records to pay for it. Who'd give a man $5,000 to cut him open? There's a bunch of good-looking boys that don't date back to the old-time radio days, but they do some fine picking and singing. Here they are, the Friday Brothers, ladies and gentlemen.
Breaking, Lord, it's taking me on a one-way trip on down the track. My soul is burning and wheels turning. Hey, Mr. Engineer, won't you bring my baby back? just keep rolling on and on.
It's down in my soul, and I'm about to lose control. There's just one thing you must know. My heart's breaking, Lord, it's taking me on a one-way trip on down the track. My soul is burning, and the wheels turning. Hey, Mr. Engineer, won't you bring my baby back? Well, now, head down the one-way track, one way, so don't come back. Just keep rolling on and on. It's down in my soul, and I'm about to lose control. There's just one thing you must know. Heart's breaking, Lord, it's taking me on a one-way trip on down the track. My soul is burning, and the wheels turning. Hey, Mr. Engineer, won't you bring my baby back? My heart's breaking, Lord, it's taking me on a one-way trip on down the track. My soul is burning, and the wheels turning. Hey, Mr. Engineer, won't you bring my baby back?
We're going to introduce everybody right fast. We got 3 tunes, and we just done one, so we got 2 more. I believe that's. I went to Boone's Creek.
He
but
went
I
to
believe
Boone's
that's
Creek High
close.
School. Give him a hand for Boone's
That's
Creek.
close. On the bass guitar, been with us about 10 years now, Mr. Darrell Jackson from Hog Holler, Tennessee. From Hilton's, by God, Virginia, Mr. Wiley Cox on the mandolin. Thank you. My big brother on the 5-string banjo, Denny Friday, right here. And on pedal steel guitar, right out of the state of insanity, Mr. Eddie Trent, back here on steel.
And David Friday on the guitar. Give Dave a hand.
Said his hands are so cold he wasn't going to play one. All right. We're going to do a little thing called On and On, old bluegrass tune right here. That goes something like this right here.
We're now traveling down this lonely lonesome highway. I'm so lonesome, my mind can cry. Well, when memories found, it once loved each other, and now you are saying goodbye. On and on, I follow my darling. I wonder where she could be. On and on, I follow my darling. I wonder if she ever thinks of me. Well, I have to follow you, little darling, I can't sleep. When that sun goes down, well, down by your side is my destination, the road is clear, and that's where we're at. On and on, I follow my darling, I wonder where she could be. On and on, I follow my darling, I wonder if she ever thinks of me. Well, I cried and I cried for you, little darling, it breaks my heart when I hear your name. Well, my friends, they all so love you, little darling, and they think that I am in love. On and on, I follow my darling, I wonder where she could be. On and on, I follow my darling, and I wonder if she ever thinks of me. And I wonder if she ever thinks of me. Thank you. All right, we'd like to do one for all the retired musicians out there. We got any retired musicians, or is everybody active? This goes to Vestal Jackson.
back here called Little Cabin Home on the Hill. We'll do this for Vestal. Goes like this right here. We've enjoyed being here. Thank y'all for having us. Well, now tonight I'm alone without you, my dear. It seems there's a longing for you still. All I have to do now is sit alone and cry in her little cabin home on the hill. Oh, someone has taken it from me and left me here all alone. Just listen to the rain beat on my window pane in our little cabin home on the hill. What you want, and then I'm gonna go back to this verse. Rain beat on my window pane in our little cabin home on the hill. Thank y'all. See you tomorrow night.
Hey, let's hear a good hand for these boys. Would you like to hear one more tune by the Friday Brothers? Boys, come back here. Hey, sound off, good and loud. Maybe they'll do another one for us. Friday Brothers. Gentlemen, are you ready? Come back here. Oh, the Friday Brothers. And did I hear them say that they were from Boone's Creek, one of them?
Downtown.
Downtown? Jim, where is Boone's Creek?
Jim knows.
Out there where Zach's is, ain't he?
What's a good tune?
All right, boy.
I'd like to do one here for my ex-wife. I don't think I see her out there. It's a tune called You Can Have Her. I Don't Want Her. And we'd like to do that for her. Ralph Friday wanted to hear T for Texas. I'll wake you up in the morning and do that in about 7 o'clock. We'll do that. I see Nyla's with him tonight. Good to see you out, Nyla. Got Lucille with her from over here in Gray. Mom and Daddy get out every once in a while. Go up to Bonanza and get them a steak and a salad and split it. Good to see y'all out. Got all kind of money. Boy, I like to see their bank account once in a while. This makes me not be depressed. Tune called You Can Have Her goes like this right here. See y'all tomorrow night. Put your hands together with us. Here we go. You can have her. I don't want her. She didn't love me anyway. She only wanted someone to play with. But all I wanted was love to stay. The girl I love, she up and left me. She ran away from my best friend, but she comes home just 1 hour. But come daylight, she's gone again. You can have her, I don't want her. She didn't love me anyway. She only wanted someone to play with. All I wanted was love to stay. Cox old mandolin, all right. Well, if you get their wrong woman, there's only one thing you can do.
What's that?
Just dig a hole, jump right in it, and pull the ground in over you. You can have her, I don't want her. She didn't love me anyway. She only wanted someone to play with. All I wanted was love to stay. And Denny Friday on the 5 string. Keep them hands going. Here we go. Well, you can have her. I don't want her. She didn't love me anyway. She only wanted someone to play with. All I wanted was love to stay. But all I wanted was love to stay. Thank y'all.
Lord have mercy. Thank you, boys. That's the Karate. Hey, tell you about a big festival coming up on Thursday, May the 21st through Sunday, May 24th. It's out in the 11th Annual Bluegrass Festival with my old friend Ralph Stanley. Ralph Stanley out at the old home place there, 12 miles from Coburn on Route 72, 652, and 643. 4 miles from McClure, Virginia on Route 654.